Hi guys, and thanks for checking out this video by the Cockatiel Corner. This one is the second in a three-part series on how you can get your cockatiel to talk and whistle. So in the first part, we talked about what you can do to kind of prepare your bird to talk and even some considerations for when you're first getting a bird. And now we're actually going to talk about what you can do to help train your bird. So we hope you enjoy this video by the Cockatiel Corner and hope you'll also check out part 3, which will be tips and tricks to help you further work with your bird on talking and whistling. Thanks for watching the Cockatiel Corner. So the first thing I would suggest is for you to build a good relationship with your bird. That really is at the heart of making your bird want to interact with you and potentially mimic what you have to say. So in the case of Sydney and me, a lot of times I will just take Sydney out of his cage and let him hang out with me. If I'm doing work on the computer or I'm sitting around watching TV, I will just take him out, let him perch on my shoulder or kind of explore the environment. And intermittently I will talk to him so that he does get used to hearing some words, but the point of all of that really is to make sure that I'm bonding with my bird and that he enjoys my company and has a good time with me. What you doing? What you doing, Florida birders? Florida birders? So in order for your bird to pick up a vocabulary, of course, he's going to have to hear it. So make sure that you are talking and even whistling to your bird often. So for instance, if you're taking care of your bird in the morning, you can talk to him and even tell him what you're doing. A lot of times when I get his food bowls, I will tell him I'm getting him his breakfast, and I will say good morning to him and tell him he's a pretty bird and ask him, what you doing, pretty bird? And if you listen to our talking video, you will notice that he did pick up on some of those words. Now, you can also mimic your bird. A lot of times Sydney will whistle if I'm out of the room and he hears me in another room. He will start to whistle or start to talk to me, and I will actually whistle or talk back so that we're kind of having a little bit of a conversation, and that encourages him to talk. But just make sure that you are talking to your bird and spending time with your bird as often as possible. There are some phrases that birds typically do like to pick up. Pretty bird is one that's popular. Also, itty bitty pretty bird can sometimes be a favorite of certain birds. So make sure that you are tuning in to what your bird seems to like. A lot of times if you're speaking to your bird and it seems to be paying extra special attention to you, or it cocks its head your way, you can tell that it's very interested, and that may be a phrase that it's going to pick up and repeat. So those might be some things that you want to work on a little bit more frequently if you find that your bird likes certain phrases or even certain songs. Now, one thing you can do with your bird when it is talking to you is to reward it for talking. And that's something that Sydney and I are just getting started on. So I will, a lot of times in the mornings, have him talk to me, and I will reward him with millet, which he loves, for saying some things to me, much like you will see in this video here. Is there an emergency? Good job. Good job, Sydney. There you go. Where's your pretty bird? Right on, Sydney. That's right. That's right. Sydney, get down, get down. Sydney, good job. Another thing that I will mention is that you can go out and buy CDs that actually have talking on them to help you train your bird. So that is available to you, and I believe there are some YouTube videos that you can play for birds also to help train them to talk. And I do know that people have success with that. Personally, I prefer to work with my bird one-on-one just because it does help build that relationship between me and my bird, and it can be a little bit less repetitive. If the same phrases are repeated over and over for your bird, then it may become boring for your bird to hear them. And plus, like I was saying earlier, you can be more in tune if you're watching your bird's body language to see what phrases your bird enjoys and then work on those. So the final note that I would have for you is just to keep at it and not get discouraged. Sometimes it does take birds quite a while to start talking and whistling, and a lot of times you will find that once they do, they will actually start spouting a lot of phrases that they've been listening to but just have not repeated for you yet. So keep working with your bird, spending time with your bird, and building that relationship, and you will definitely be on a great path towards getting a cockatiel that's going to enjoy talking to you and whistling. So we will see you in the next video, part 3, tips and tricks. In the meantime, I hope you have great success with your bird and enjoy your cockatiel, and thanks for checking out our video on the Cockatiel Corner.